Hello, welcome back to the High Button Podcast.
How do you know it's welcome back? What if this is the first one they listen to?
So welcome to the High Button Podcast. I should let out back. Just welcome to.
But then you're leaving the people who are returning. I guess you're still welcoming them again. You can welcome someone to the same place twice. Right?
Yeah. I'm going to stick with the welcome back.
I don't like that. But I guess it's
not mine, it's ours.
Oh.
Welcome back to the High Button Podcast. My name is Justin Belanger. The gentleman to my right goes by Tommy Guns Jr. This is episode number 41, I believe. The date is Sunday, May the 7th. The year is 2017. It's 6:34 in the PM.
That's Pacific time.
Edmonton is playing Anaheim right now. It's 7-1. Incredible.
Yeah.
Not even worth talking about. It's a pretty boring game.
Yeah.
We're here. We're healthy. We're happy.
Something's been bugging me ever since last night.
And here we go.
Those nachos.
You didn't like them?
We went out. Taste was fine. Top layer, great. Mm-hmm. Middle layer, pretty good. Mm. Bottom layer, just a crunched up chips. No cheese, nothing on the bottom.
Okay, so I'll talk about this.
Yeah.
I don't know if Gastown is a huge residential town. I feel like it's a touristy thing.
I wouldn't say tourist. It's definitely not residential heavy.
And when you are displaying a nacho in your restaurant, you want to make sure that you have a return. Like a nacho can make or break a returning customer.
Yeah.
Now the nachos that we had the other day, I'm never going to go back there again. Why? Because the cheese was on the top layer. They got me all excited. And then as you work your way down to it, there's absolutely nothing. Yeah. That's the type of nacho for a tourist that's going to go there once and never come back.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
That being said, I don't think it's fair for you to paint that whole neighborhood with that brush, because there are some fantastic places in that neighborhood.
Yes, there are. There are. But for the gist from the feeling I got from that neighborhood,
I don't think that's a tourist place, because there were a lot. It's like a board game place, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't see anyone playing board games though.
But it wasn't that actual place. I'm just talking about the actual neighborhood Gastown.
Justin,
people taking pictures.
1 second. You're doing that thing again, where you go to one place in one part of town and you paint the. You got to stop doing that.
I'm not painting anything.
No, you do it all the time. You generalize a whole city sometimes because of one experience. You got to stop doing that. It's not fair to the people who are actually legitimate in that city. It's not. You'll go play basketball, and the net will be made out of chain. You'll say, "Oh yeah, the basketball nets in Vancouver are their chain." It's like, no.
I didn't say Vancouver. I said Gastown.
I know, but it's a large neighborhood. There's probably over 30 establishments there. And you went to one, you didn't like the nachos. Now you're painting Gastown with a poor nacho.
Okay, so then if I would have stated the name of the restaurant, would that have been fair?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only fair thing.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't know the name of the restaurant.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it a restaurant. It was a... What do you call that? It was 2 rooms filled with chairs and tables.
It seemed like it was just like...
There was no theme.
Cheap beer, though.
Cheap beer, $3.50.
It tasted watered down, though.
It did taste watered. It was terrible. I didn't. The first beer was okay, but then the happy hour beer wasn't really for me. No. Unfortunately. No. Since we're on the topic of nachos, you asked me a question earlier about Cheez Whiz and nachos. Cheez Whiz.
You want to repeat that question for the fans?
I asked you a bunch of questions on Cheez Whiz.
Did you?
Well, I asked you about the arena.
I'll just make a basic statement.
Okay.
Cheez Whiz doesn't belong anywhere. This is the most.
I wouldn't even call it cheese. It's just whiz.
And if I order a nacho, and like you don't display it as Cheez Whiz, and I get Cheez Whiz, there are going to be some serious problems.
Mm-hmm. Health problems in the future.
Yeah, that's just one of many things.
But I'm assuming, because you are a hockey fan, you've been to a hockey game, and I'm assuming that
I have had it.
You've had hockey nachos. And anyone that's out there that knows what a hockey nacho is, There's Cheez Whiz on there. You can get it on the side, or you can get it on top. If you're smart, you get it on the side.
I think it's gross.
Do you even if you're in that situation, do you dip? Do you dip a chip in a Cheez Whiz?
I do, but it's solely because the nachos they give you are even saltier than normal, so you buy more beer.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. You know what smell I love walking into a hockey rink is popcorn. Knowing that there's fresh popcorn being popped in a hockey rink, more so than in a movie theater. There's something more exciting about knowing that a live event is going on and there's popcorn being popped.
There's
the form had that smell.
Popcorn's my go-to at any event.
Yeah,
of the sort.
Not too salty though. If it's too salty,
I get that. Would your lips feel weird?
Yeah. I'm kind of cheap. What I'll do is I'll wait for someone around me to get popcorn, and then I'll take a little tester. If I like it, then I'll go get my own.
That's not bad.
How do you feel about jalapenos and olives on nachos? Do you like them?
I love the jalapeno.
What do you feel about the olive?
I don't really taste them. I prefer not to have them, but it's not the end of the world if they're there. What do you think?
Well, I was going to bring that up. I was going to segue into this. That I've been starting to come around to olives. I like them. I like them a lot. Not a lot. I'm just starting to come around with them. They were on the nachos last night. I didn't mind. It was a fine taste.
I don't like them. I'm not going to eat an olive, but if it's on, if it's already on the nacho, I got no problem.
Well, that's how I feel about the tomato. If a tomato is with something and they're diced up kind of small, so I don't get that full effect, flavor, and texture of the tomato, I'm fine with it.
See, to me, the tomato is one of the most important ingredients of the nacho.
Yeah, see, I do agree.
Really?
I hate that I do agree because I'm not a huge fan of the tomato, but a tomato is it's a historic vegetable.
Well,
or is it a fruit? It's a vegetable.
We don't know. It's happened.
Oh, it hasn't picked its mind. It hasn't made its mind.
No, it's not fair to identify it as one or the other.
And
it can use either washroom. Put it that
way. And now I know another thing that the tomato plays a huge role in. Speaking of the word historic, is the Halifax Donair.
Right.
Now, I've had, by accident, I got tomatoes on my Donair, and I'm not going to lie, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
On the Donair, it's a staple, because it adds a little bit of cold.
I like that word better.
It adds a little bit of like the cold vegetable.
I'm always been, so I always go onion, the meat, and then the gravy, and I always say hold the
gravy.
Or the sauce. And then I got the tomato by accident, bit into it. I was like, what the hell is that? Realized it was the tomato, and I wasn't mad at it. I continued to eat it.
See, then in what scenario do you not like the tomato?
Burgers, because it's flat, it's whole.
You don't like whole tomatoes?
Whole tomatoes, yeah. That's why I love salsa. It's chopped up thinly. Did I say that correctly? It's chopped up thinly. Thinly. It's chopped up thinly.
What'd you say?
I said thinly. It's chopped up thinly. So when a tomato is chopped up thinly, I'm all for it. 10 out of 10. But when it's a whole tomato, that's not for me. You couldn't pay me to take a bite out of a tomato. You could, but I'm just saying that to make the podcast.
How much would you do it for? $14?
Nah, make it an even 20. I'll do it.
$18. You'd do it.
$18 for a bite of a tomato.
Full bite, like a plum tomato, and
yeah, I'd do it.
That's 2 burritos.
$18.
You get 2 burritos.
That is 2 burritos, and you could probably add guacamole, which would have tomato in it. Yeah, I'd do it. $18. Give me a tomato.
How much to eat the full tomato? $29?
No, the full tomato. That would be tough. Give me 50. $50. I'd
for $40, you wouldn't eat a whole tomato.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't need.
This is gonna be.
I don't need water. $40 right now.
Do I do this?
Yeah, go ahead.
You sure? I don't know.
Do it. Fuck it. No. Is there any holes at the bottom of it?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't pour then. Podcast could have been ruined right there.
That would have been right on to Kanye.
What were we talking about? Cheez Whiz. Yeah, I've had my run-ins with it. Not a huge fan of it.
But if it is I didn't ask your opinion. I'm sorry. How rude of me.
It's okay. Yeah, if it's there, and it's at the only time I ever come across Cheez Whiz is at a hockey game while I order a nacho. I don't remember the last time I came across a Cheez Whiz.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal.
It's not.
I can't believe it's a thing.
Melted plastic. But
and cheese slices.
Yes, I do like those. They're great. They're great on grilled. The Kraft singles you're talking about.
Oh, Justin.
Tommy, they're good on grilled cheese. They're great on cheeseburgers because they melt so much more. It's almost like it's more creamier.
Exactly.
Than the actual.
If someone asks me if I want cheese on something and it comes out with that on it, it puts a damper on the whole meal.
So what do you use for a grilled cheese? You just get regular.
You use cheese, Justin.
But okay, to go back to use the word that you had with staple, I feel that the Kraft single commercial where they lay that down on a white piece of bread.
It's their commercial.
Yeah, but that commercial is a staple. That commercial is like a.
Don't be taking my words and running with them now. Like,
okay, I won't use it's a historic commercial. It's every single family growing up, and at least in North America, and I'm pretty sure at least in Canada, has had a grilled cheese sandwich with the Kraft single. And I know there's a lot of people agreeing with me.
We never had them in our house.
Oh man, always in my house.
We all hated them. It's gross. It doesn't taste like cheese at all. You're telling me you will take that over a grilled cheese made with real cheese? Are you kidding me? What kind of sicko? What kind of demented?
I know. Actually, no, I'm not going to agree with you, but I like it. I've had it since I was a kid. It's always been a quick, easy fix while I'm hungry. Some white bread, some Bacel, some Kraft singles. Oh man, you maybe dip it in a little bit of ketchup. That's a home run. At the same time, maybe add a little bit of tomato soup. Holy
grilled cheese, tomato soup, $5. You think those grilled cheese were made with Kraft singles?
No.
God no. You ever? Speaking of grilled cheese, the grilled cheese truck in Halifax. Have you eaten at it?
I have eaten at it. I was gonna say have not, but I have. Is it the green truck?
Yeah,
it's green. Yeah, I have had it. It was good. I enjoyed it. They had a cool kind of cheese on there. It was like a.
They mixed it up. Every sandwich had different cheese, I think.
Yeah, I had one, and it was like there was almost like a wheat taste in there, like a not like a dill, like a basil almost, like a basil cheese. It was very good. It tasted like the cheese came from a garden. Like there was a bunch of herbs. It was like an herb and garlic cream cheese, but like for a grilled cheese. It was almost like that. Very good.
Now you mentioned the tomato soup.
Another staple.
As far as, is there another tomato soup?
Well,
do they have any competition
for Campbell?
Yes, Campbell's competing with anyone in the tomato soup.
I don't think Campbell's. No, it's. No, I don't think so. It's Campbell. There's compliments.
Yeah, but there's various.
Yeah, I think it's Campbell's. We'll do some more research on this.
But as far as Campbell's soup goes,
what's my favorite?
Yeah,
man, it's definitely not chicken noodle. It's definitely not vegetable.
Now I haven't had any Campbell's soup in a dog's age, but
I love Campbell's soup.
You didn't like the chicken noodle? You're a Lipton guy.
Yeah, I don't like the chicken. Don't get me wrong. The chicken, if I'm sick, I'll chuck a chicken noodle on. It's good for the whatever the hell it's good for.
The soul.
The soul. But I'd probably have to go with tomato. I'm trying to think of one that's a little bit better.
Cream of celery, cream of block.
No,
broccoli.
There's meat in it. It's like beef.
There's beef. There's a
beef vegetable maybe.
Vegetable beef.
Something maybe that.
That one's good.
That one's pretty good.
I recall that one.
But I love the tomato, but I only like the tomato with a grilled cheese. I can't just have a tomato soup.
I've had it.
It's not.
Do you put pepper on it?
Yeah. Do you put crackers in yours? I do put pepper on mine.
Of course, I put crackers in.
You know what I also do? I put a little bit of sriracha in there, just a little bit, not a lot, because then because the spice takes away from the tomato paste or the tomato taste. Excuse me.
Right.
Put a little bit of sriracha on there. A little heat, a little garlic.
We gotta stop talking about food. I'm starving. I'm gonna go home, make some food.
Make a grilled cheese. We make all the grilled cheese we make at work. It's apple. Have you ever had Applewood smoked cheese?
Not yet.
Holy shit, it's amazing. We got Applewood smoked cheese. Just put it in the middle. 2 slices of bread, butter, fry together for 10 minutes. It's unbelievable.
What's the bill on this?
It's like $8.
Is it cheaper than your average sandwich there?
No, it's expensive.
Really?
Oh man, we have a sandwich there that's like $11. I feel bad selling it. It's like $11. But no, the Applewood. Holy shit!
Whoa, bro.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The TV's on in the background. There's just a little bit of a fight. Whoa! There's a head slam. Here's my commentating debut.
That ref's not getting in there at all. He's on top of there.
Eberle on top of Corey Perry, fighting on top, just wrestling in the ground. Darnell Nurse tries to grab Kessler as he
Why aren't the refs in there?
Holy shit. Lucic is in the bottom of the pile. I love it. I love it. Sticking up for his city. Or no, he's from Vancouver, sorry.
Yeah. Larson's in there. The test too. That's all right. Yeah. Anywho, speaking of sandwiches, is a hot dog a sandwich? This is a fan question from Josh Frazel.
What's up, Josh?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Am I gonna take this first, or are you?
I want to hear your opinion.
It's like I want to say it is a sandwich, but it's not. Like, there's
you don't think like what makes it not a sandwich? It's between bread.
I know. Just give me a sec. Let me get my thoughts together. It's not a sandwich. It's not a maybe.
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
Well, here's like automatically where my brain goes to. It's the shape, but then I automatically think of Subway. And
that's a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of hard for me to defend it. I think the line between a sandwich is ingredients that's other than just meat. You know, it's a hot dog is meat, bread,
no lettuce,
but there is ketchup, there is relish that could also
there's
add onion,
sometimes bacon.
It's a very, 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 very difficult question to ask. This Josh guy, he's doing his research. He's doing he's fucking with us. He's asking questions that are just impossible to answer.
It's information you can't get anywhere else.
Keep asking these questions, Josh, because these questions are making the high button universe spin.
I'm going to answer for you.
Go ahead.
Yes, it's a sandwich because who the hell cares? It's a sandwich. It's between bread. If you're offended at this, then you got to reevaluate your life situation.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And don't get upset over the definition of a sandwich. Don't go through Webster's dictionary and look at sandwich definitions, because you're going to be disappointed and you're going to find out that we're right all along. It's like
I'm looking for a way to say that it's not a sandwich. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so
searching
mad
for the words.
I'm just mad at the question. Because I've never thought of a hot dog as a sandwich, so I just kind of want to defend my reason, but I don't have a reason.
If you have a hot dog for lunch, you don't want to say, "Oh yeah, I just had a sandwich."
Yes, that was a great segue.
But I put a sandwich over a hot dog. Hot dog, I will never eat a hot dog again. It's disgusting.
I'll definitely have. I'll definitely have a good 50 before.
50?
Oh man,
before you kick the can.
Oh yeah. I love a nice street hot dog.
Only 50?
$3.50. Oh man, nothing better than a hot dog on the ground.
You know what? I'd change it. I might break the whole vegan thing if we go to the ballpark this summer. You got to get a hot dog.
Yeah. I looked at the
hopefully they have a veggie dog.
I looked at the prices of it's funny you brought this up. I looked at the prices on their website for their food. It's actually not that bad. Beer is a little on the more expensive side, but hopefully Don will hook us up.
You looked up?
I looked up the food prices.
Was there a veggie dog on the menu?
No, there wasn't. It was a good old classic Canadian ballpark menu.
Canadian? Even American?
There was hot dogs, there was burgers, there was nachos. It would be interesting to see if they have Cheez Whiz. What else? They had a signature they described it like a Philly cheesesteak. It was like a bunch of.
It's a signature.
That was like their. You know how every ballpark has their signature food. Like the Dodger Stadium is the Dodger dog. There's a couple other things. I don't know.
So do you recall the ingredients?
It just said sliced chopped beef, onion, green pepper, cheese. There was another meat in there. It was either pork or it was either bacon. Same thing, but. Anyways, it looked really good. It was like $8.
You're going to get one, aren't you?
Oh, 100%. I have to try it. When I went to the Dodger Stadium, I got a Dodger dog. It was amazing. It was like fucking $10. It was great, though. It was full.
Yeah. So you didn't see the beer prices?
No, I did. They were like $7.58 for but that's that. I don't think it's
one.
It didn't say the size though.
We'll go to one and then we'll see.
When is it? June or July? Should we look it up right now?
Yeah, let's look it up. So I was thinking, how tough is the security going to be at a minor league baseball game? Like, you tell me I can't sneak a sixer in there?
Vancouver
Canadians. And when we go, where's your ideal seat?
There it is. Sorry, what was the question?
Where's your ideal seat in that stadium?
That's the thing. It's like, okay, June 15th.
That's
first game.
But a month away.
Oh, wait. I don't know if White is home, though. So, home. So, 20th is the first game. Home opener. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the stadium. But I guess every baseball stadium is similar. I don't know. I'd say right along the first baseline. Maybe 10 rows up. Even if there is 10 rows.
You don't want to sit behind the plate? Let's mix it up. We're going to go to a lot of games.
Let's not commit to anything. Did we see how much tickets were?
I highly doubt you can purchase tickets this far in advance.
We'll do some research later, and we'll let you guys know.
For tickets. Or click here.
Where do you see that? Oh. Okay, so tickets. Ticket. See, it's just like, it should just say... Yeah, the prices aren't even up here.
No, do that. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Okay, June, Sunday, Boise. Yeah, it's not even up.
It's a weird...
We got off topic there.
Weird system, yeah. I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Do you think the first guy to ever be hungover thought he was dying?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you think... that's a great question. Definitely. If the first time I was hungover, I thought I was dying. I remember I had a driving test the next day. I was just like, I remember like, why do I need so much water? Like, why am I drinking all the? I remember I tried to like lie to my dad. My dad was like, "You drinking last night?" I'm like, "No. What the fuck are you talking about? I wasn't drinking. I'm just like hanging out drinking water all day." Like, why are you drinking so much water? Like, I had no idea that like being hungover meant that you were gonna drink water the next day because you were so thirsty. I remember that being a thing. But yeah, definitely. I think the first guy definitely thought he was going to die. Yeah. Do you think the first guy that was hungover thought he was going to die?
And I wonder how long it took him to drink a second time.
Say that again?
How long did it take him to drink again?
Well, I think once he figured out his hangover was just a phase, or it was just the non-permanent thing, he probably said, you know what? While I was doing that, it was pretty fun. While I was drinking, it was pretty fun. But then that shit happened the next day, and was it worth it? And then he probably thought, yes.
Think of what they were drinking back then, too. It was probably a nasty hangover.
Yeah. So I'll say, I'll say like a month.
I was going to say at least a month.
Yeah, they don't have the resources back then to figure out what the hell they just put in their bodies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say a month. A month is a good call. That was a good question.
Great question.
Edmonton won.
We got to the bottom of that. Game 7 is going to be nuts.
What do we got?
You wanted to talk some jazz about people who laugh at their own jokes, and frankly, I'm offended because I laugh at my own jokes. If I think something's funny, I think it's funny, and I'm gonna laugh. I'm one of my biggest fans. Yeah. I watch the show sometimes, and I mute your microphone and just listen to myself.
That was good. No, I take that back. I do. If you laugh at your own jokes, go ahead.
You're not just saying that to make me feel better, are you?
No, I'm not. But if you do it at a consistent basis for 7 hours,
whoa,
if you're in a, just don't.
Does that nonstop for 7 hours?
Some people that I know, it's bothering me.
Oh, really?
And it shouldn't bother me because it just shouldn't bother me, but it is. But if you laugh at your own jokes for a consistent basis of time in one day, and you're around people, just take a breath, relax.
I'll tell you why I laugh at my own jokes. Because no one else does.
What are you talking about? Everyone laughs.
No. I mean when I'm at work. It's when I like to test out jokes.
Yeah.
With coworkers.
It's like your stand-up
and
thing.
It's a very weird thing. Like, my jokes are, like, if people get them, there's a couple people in the office who get them and they love them. And I test them on customers sometimes, and they just stare at me like, what kind of comment is that? Is this guy retarded? Yeah. But I laugh because it's funny to me. It's amusing. It's entertaining.
People find me to be the most funny when I'm not trying to be funny, which really pisses me off. It's like they're laughing at me while I just do something that's just me not trying to be funny.
Like what?
Fuck, I don't know. Jesus. Today I was eating a chocolate chip cookie, and I was like trying to hide it from everyone. Like I wasn't trying to eat it. Like I went behind the counter to eat it. and 2 people just started laughing at me that I was working with. And just, what's so funny about me eating a cookie? Even talking about it's not even funny. I don't get it. The way I was eating it, the way I was trying to hide it, the way I was putting it in my mouth, you tell me.
And were you dropping crumbs everywhere?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm a messy eater.
Well, that's why.
I remember I even broke it in half. So the cookie was too big, so I split it down the middle. So I could
took the whole cookie out and split it down the middle.
Yeah, because
out of the bag.
No, it wasn't in a bag. They were cooked whole. They were just on a cooling rack.
Were you supposed to be eating these cookies?
No.
Well, then that's why they're laughing at you.
See, and that's why it's the High Button Podcast. We get to the bottom of things. We figure things out.
We get to the core, and we find out deep down what's going on. And you can't do that elsewhere. There's not one other podcast that would have figured that out.
And that's why we're going to keep doing this. Do you have anything else to say?
Oh, yeah. We got tons of shit.
Oh, gee, I didn't even look at this.
Oh, you mean about cookies?
Yeah.
Let's talk about cookies.
What's your favorite kind?
I like a peanut butter. I like a chocolate chip. I like an oatmeal raisin. Heck, even once in a while. Love a sugar cookie. But the white chocolate macadamia.
From Subway? Do they make them at Subway?
It doesn't have to be from Subway, but they have a nice one too. It's got to take the cake.
Sorry I know you don't like Subway, but if you do get the meal deal, do you get cookies or do you get chips?
Depends how I'm feeling.
Okay, if you ever get chips, do you put the chips inside the sub and eat the sub?
No, I'm not a barbarian.
Have you ever done that before, though?
No.
Have you ever done that outside of Subway and just put chips in between 2 bread with meat and other stuff and continue to eat it?
What did Doodle? What kind of sandwich was he talking about?
What?
He tweeted about a sandwich. It's like mustard. Idea. You put mustard bologna and chips between 2 pieces of bread.
That sounds delicious.
Fuck, what do you call it? And a Fairview something, I don't know.
Chips are delicious on sandwiches because it adds a layer of crunch.
Do you add a plain chip or a different color chip? Or a different flavor?
That's a great question. But I add a sun chip, the cheddar.
You put that on a sandwich?
No, I don't go around just buying sun chips. I only get it when it's at Subway because it's just there. And the reason for this, I know a lot of you might be a little bit confused, but I don't like to ask for extra cheese on my sub. And a lot of you as well know that Subway, they're not known for putting a lot of cheese on the sub. So what I like to do to add a little bit more of a cheese flavor and also a crunch, I just get the sunflower.
The sun chip?
The sun chip, excuse me.
Oh, that might be the
craziest thing you've ever heard.
Yeah.
That just blew your mind, didn't it? You're welcome.
Instead of putting more cheese on the sub,
you put paying an extra $2.
You put cheese flavored chips. How much do you think the meal is?
The meal is like $8-9, but extra cheese, that's like another $1.
Oh, but you're getting the meal either way with the extra cheese or not?
That's a great point. I
think you're saving yourself 10 cents.
That's a great point. Yeah, but I feel the chips add more. Like if you put a whole bag of chips on your sub, you're definitely going to be more full than adding extra 4 layers of cheese on your sub. I think the bigger bang for your buck is the chips.
You put the whole bag of chips on your sub?
Whole bag. Oh. I have to do open heart surgery once she gives it to me. I got to open the thing up. I got to move some vegetables around. I got to put the chips in. I got to close it back up, stitch it up, and then I continue to eat. It's a whole ordeal. Next time we go to Subway, I'll show you how I do it.
Why not a Dorito?
Too much kick, too much. I feel the flavor of the Dorito almost takes over the power of the sub. The Sun chip is a humble chip. It doesn't want to take over any other flavor than the flavor.
You always go with the Harvest Cheddar.
Exactly. Yes.
And when did you discover this?
Hockey road trips, Adam, maybe Pee Wee.
Whoa, you've been doing this for a while.
Been doing this for a while.
How come I've never seen you do it? Have you been hiding this from me? Are you embarrassed?
You know me, I'm a quick eater.
You are a quick
And I'm also a quick assembler. When I say assemble, I mean assembling a sub. I do it subtly, I do it quickly, and I just get it over with. But next time we go to Subway, I'll introduce you to the whole procedure. You're hungry right now, aren't you?
I'm so hungry. I'm going to go home and eat.
What are you going to eat?
I don't know. I don't have anything. Maybe a bagel.
Bagel and what?
I don't know. Peanut butter. Maybe spaghetti. Oh, I got some fruit.
Do you drink milk?
No, I don't drink milk.
Chocolate milk?
No.
Nothing?
Just water.
Are you lactose intolerant?
No.